Well, hello everyone. I am Mike Trujillo, Disney Ambassador, and I would just like to say welcome to all of our special guests here. We are so thrilled that you have joined us to experience Lunar New Year at Disney California Adventure Park. This year in particular, we are thrilled because we have a lot of new offerings. In fact, this limited time joyous celebration coincides with the start of the new year. And we have returned with our biggest Lunar New Year celebration yet, expanding to 24 full days that's going to conclude on February 18th. But the wonderful thing is, the magic starts right now on today. This year, Mickey Mouse faithful pup, Pluto, is thrilled to celebrate the year of a dog. In fact, he has his Lunar New Year attire on, and he is ready for merriment along with his pals, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Chip and Dale, and there may be a special appearance or two by Mulan and Mushu. In fact, we invite all of our guests to experience the colorful and enriching experiences that this Lunar New Year has to offer. In fact, you can try our culinary delights that have been inspired by Korean, Vietnamese, and even Chinese cultures. In addition, at the Paradise Garden Grill, we have a very special Lunar New Year menu that is new this year. And in that same area, we invite our guests to the Lucky Wishing Wall, where they can write their own wishes for a wonderful, prosperous future. If you like entertainment, every day we have authentic live performances from world-class musicians, and we even have a little area for our guests to try arts and crafts with our local artisans. And to top it all off, we have special performances like Hurry Home, a Lunar New Year celebration, which is a heartwarming nighttime water spectacular that takes place at Paradise Bay prior to World of Color. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my extreme pleasure to welcome Carla Carlisle, our show director at the Disneyland Resort, who's going to share with us a little bit more about those spectacular Lunar New Year special entertainment. Carla?
Hello and welcome everyone. How are you doing? Good? All right, so I'm Carla Carlisle and I'm a show director here and worked on the Lunar New Year celebration. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about the entertainment and some of the decor new this year. So we are so excited. We've got to have some new entertainment all the way from Shanghai and Korea and Taiwan. So we are excited this year to share that with you. So first off, the decor. Well, guess what? I'm going to show you. There's little Pluto up there. So he is now joining the celebration because it's Year of the Dog. And all the banners now have Pluto on the parade route. So you'll see that, which is really fun and adorable. So also you see it on some of the merchandise. So we really enjoy seeing that. And then we'll also see lots of beautiful red and gold lanterns. The archways are gorgeous. We have 2 beautiful archways. So it's very festive, very colorful, and I think you're going to enjoy what the scenery you'll see today. And then new this year, brand new, all the way from Shanghai is Goo Goo Drum Group. They are amazing and spectacular. So I got to see them in Southern California last summer, and I thought, well, these are perfect. These guys need to come and ladies, there's some ladies and gentlemen, come and join the celebration. So they perform out at Paradise Park 6 times a day, and they're artists, they're storytellers, they're athletes, and they're very passionate about the work they do. And they tell ancient Chinese stories using percussive rhythms and all these different types of drums on the stage. So, and you all get to experience that today. So you see one of those performances. So they're amazing. They just flew in this week. And then also we have returning Mulan's Lunar New Year procession. That is led by Mulan and Mushu. And she's brought all of her umbrella dancers, ribbon dancers, fan dancers. We have martial arts, also drummers. And new this year, we actually have 25 performers from Taiwan that are joining the Mulan procession. So that is really exciting for us. And we just started rehearsing last week, and they look gorgeous. You all will get your own, get to see that today. And also new this year in the procession, Goofy, look at there. So he is in an overlay, he enjoys the God of Good Fortune, so he's dressed like the God of Good Fortune, and he's offering happiness to everyone on the street there, and he has a lot of fun to the Mulan procession. So you'll only see him in the procession, so make sure you watch for him. He's right there in the middle, you can't miss him. really tall and gorgeous. All right, and then also new this year, we have Luna Lee. She is actually coming from Seoul, Korea, and she is a gayagum player, and that's the instrument you see in the photo there. And she learned trained classically on the gayagum, which is an ancient Korean instrument. And she fell in love with rock and roll, pop, jazz, other types of music than just the classical music. So she actually performs like Beatles tunes, things like that. So she really is unique, just a lovely lady. And her name is Luna Lee. And she will actually be here Saturday and Sunday if you're around on Saturday or Sunday. And also we've invited back Dot Nguyen. He was born in Vietnam. And he and his sister were able to come to the United States when they were younger, and he trained in classical guitar. He also plays the flute, the lute, the melodica, and he was actually born blind when he was in Vietnam, and he was actually get some scholarships here in the United States, and he learned all of these types of music. He sings a traditional Vietnamese music, and he's also on the Paradise Garden bandstand stage, and he's here today, so in case you check that out. So a lovely man. He's been with us for the last 3 years, so I really enjoy watching him. He's very passionate about his stories and everything. Also, we have Disney character meet and greet. So you all got to see Mickey and Minnie today, but we actually have a photo location in the park there that Mulan and Mushu will be there, along with Mickey and Minnie, who you saw today. And of course, our adorable little Pluto. So he's all dressed up and ready to celebrate, and he'll be there to meet you and take photos and have a lot of fun. So we enjoy Pluto. And then next we also are offering kids crafts. So we have a company from the Cerritos Chinese School, and they've been with us every year now, and they help host our kids crafts location. So this year we're making a beautiful paper lantern, and obviously Pluto, our adorable little Pluto, is on the lantern. So the kids can color the lantern, and then the artist will help put it together for them, and they can walk away. It's a complimentary thing that you can walk away with, a craft to do. That's, again, back in Paradise Garden. And then also we have calligraphers and Chinese brushstroke artists that are writing on the red paper. They can write anything you'd like them to write on the paper, so which is a lot of fun, and you can walk away with a little sample of that. And then one of the crowd's favorite is the Lucky Wishing Wall, which is something that's become a tradition as part of our Lunar New Year celebration. And that's where you can write your wish for your families or friends or for the world, and hang it on our wishing wall. And this year we have these adorable little Mickey-eared cards that you can write your wish on and then hang it on the wishing wall. So that's really fun. I hope you all get to enjoy that. Again, the Chinese Cerritos Chinese School is helping us with that. So that's exciting and fun. And of course, not to forget is Hurry Home, a Lunar New Year celebration. This is a water spectacular at night prior to the World of Color Nighttime Spectacular. And this is all about this adorable little lantern that is trying to get home to his family and friends during the Lunar New Year celebration. So you won't want to miss that. I believe you all have a viewing of that tonight also. So there is so much to do for both families, adults, children, and we're really excited about the celebration this year. Of course, 24 days, so lots to do and see, and I hope you enjoy your visit today as you see all the things out there in the park for our Lunar New Year celebration. And so, without further ado, I'd like to introduce a next speaker, who is the General Manager of Disney California Adventure Park at Disney California Adventure Park, and his name, he's going to tell you all about the delicious food and beverage and retail merchandise, is Gary Leggetti. Here he comes.
Pretty exciting already, right? Well, I have the very, very good fortune to share a little bit more about what we're offering at this year's Disney California Adventure Lunar New Year Festival. I'm sure everybody was wondering, how am I going to be able to take home a memory from my visit to the festival? Well, we've got you covered. And so we've got a wide variety of merchandise available, whether it's beautiful t-shirts. I've got a couple spoilers for you. I have not cleared this message, so I apologize, you're getting it first. The plush Mickey is absolutely adorable. Now, y'all know that, right? Lift up his foot, and you're actually going to see the sign, the stamp from Shanghai Disneyland. So we're offering that here. It's the only place outside of Shanghai Disneyland that you can get that. And so we're really excited about that. And we have some of the merchandise over there for you to preview. We've got a couple very fantastic pins. I personally like the picture frame. I think Carla went shopping a little bit before the presentation today, and so she's got a little bit of everything. She has the pins and some of the other merchandise. So please feel free to take a look at that. We're very excited to offer that for you. It's a fantastic takeaway memory of your visit to the Lunar New Year Festival. But it doesn't stop there, because I know what you're thinking. Tell me about the food. First, it's delicious, and there's a lot of it. We actually worked really closely with the business community, the Vietnamese business community, particularly for the Vietnam kiosk, to have some very authentic recipes to share that our culinary team has perfected. And you're going to hear a little bit more about that. I saw a bunch of you taking pictures of the food already, so that's why I don't have any slides here, because why not just see it for yourself? And so we have the Vietnam kiosk. You can see the items over there. The bánh chưng is amazing. I'm not supposed to have a favorite menu item, but that one is definitely up there. And we've got a Korea marketplace as well, featuring many delicacies. We also have the China marketplace, but the anchor location for the food and beverage offerings is Paradise Garden Grill. And Paradise Garden Grill is celebrating multiple ethnicities and cuisines for the Lunar New Year celebration. In fact, we've actually changed the service style a little bit. So if you're familiar with this location, you walk up to a podium, you order, you walk up to the counter, and they give you your food, right? We're gonna mix it up a little bit. You'll still walk up to the podium, you'll order, you'll look at all those different menu items. You're not gonna be able to choose which ones, you're gonna choose them all, I understand. Then, when you get to the counter, we'll give you all of the accompaniments, plus all of your beverages, and we're going to invite you to have a seat in the dining area. And then we're going to bring the food out to you. Which doesn't sound too novel until you see the whole fried tilapia parading through the dining room. It's absolutely fantastic, and we cannot wait to share that experience with you. So without further ado, I will invite you, actually, let me pause for just a second. We have an extra special guest with us today, the culinary director of Disney California Adventure Park, Chef John State, who's over there next to the food. He'll be able to tell you a little bit more about that. And we invite you to enjoy, kind of sip, savor your way through the Lunar New Year Festival, enjoy the fantastic entertainment here at Disney California Adventure Park, and write one of those wishes and make one of the crafts and interact with your very favorite Disney characters. And with that, I'd like to turn it back over to our ambassador, Mikey Trujillo.
Well, thank you. And I would like to thank Gary, Carla, and Michelle for those wonderful presentations. And now the last of our special guests, as Gary already mentioned, is going to be the incomparable Chef John State. So we invite you to head over to the display table and have a chat with him. He's going to share some of his amazing meals, and be sure to sample some of these spectacular culinary delights. In addition, Gary and Carla will remain up here at this location if you have any last-minute questions. But once again, Chef John is waiting for you, and just enjoy the celebration, and thank you for being with us at Disney California Adventure Park.
Great. Thank you, Mikey. Well done. Please join me. Welcome. I'll tell you a little bit about the food, and then while you're listening, you'll note there will be some food being passed around. You get a chance to try it. Okay. As Gary had mentioned, that we have 3 marketplaces that we're going to be celebrating this tradition. No tradition would last if you didn't have the food to tell the story. This food really reaches into the hearts and minds of our guests. There was some work done to understand the history and the tradition behind this, and we did our best to be authentic, not just what I wanted to make, but ultimately what the guests would expect when they choose those menu items. The three marketplaces are in the back part of the park, which is the Paradise Garden area. We start with Vietnam. You have the banh chung, which is the steamed pork and rice cake that has the mung bean inside there, wrapped in banana leaf. You come over here to this shrimp skewer, which is a shrimp paste with black pepper and green onions and the sweet and sour sauce. Actually, you'll be seeing that come by in a second. That's actually wrapped around a sugar cane. It's lightly breaded and then crispy fried. Over here you have this, let's go over here to the 3-cup chicken, right? This 3-cup chicken is a Taiwanese inspiration, actually. This 3-cup chicken is rice wine, sesame oil, and soy sauce, garlic, ginger, topped with sesame seeds and basil. And then to wash it all down, you have this really rich Vietnamese iced coffee. So what I like about this iced coffee is it's just the right level of sweetness, but it has the intensity of that coffee that doesn't get lost in the sweetness. And for dessert, this little gem down here, this is a sweet potato, a purple sweet potato macaron, which has a buttercream on the inside, and a gold leaf as the garnish. Okay? And again, the shrimp skewers are coming around. You're going to try 1 savory and 2 desserts today. We head over here to the China. Okay, so you can probably get a better look here. For those of you who've never had a soup dumpling, these are really unique because you basically place the soup dumpling on a spoon with either chopsticks or a spoon or your hands. You poke into it, and there's a hot soup that pours out into the spoon. Then you actually drink the soup first. Again, I recommend you hear the word hot, because it is. And then inside there's pork, and then you have a dipping sauce, which is black vinegar and ginger. This is, I think, a hidden gem, right? Over here you have the vegetable kimchi fried rice. On the end you have this other dumpling. This is the yakchae mandu. Yakchae mandu refers to a Korean dumpling that is actually vegetarian. And then it has its own dipping sauce also, with the sesame garlic soy sauce. 2 desserts I want to highlight here. This is a red jelly, sweet red bean paste creation here, garnished with the raspberry and the gold leaf. Quite an unusual texture, kind of reminds you of like Jell-O, but then you dip down into the paste. It's worth trying, and you'll actually have a taste of this today. And again, that is in the Korea marketplace. And I missed one dessert right here. This is the egg tart, a really rich, luscious tart with condensed milk inside there with a delicate pastry around it. So these are the 3 marketplaces. Again, you have Vietnam, China, Korea. Up at this next level, it's slightly separated. On my far left, for some of these on the far right, you're going to say this is the Kalbi grilled short ribs, marinated in brown sugar, scallions, green onions, grilled, has a nice smoky essence in the background, steamed rice, and kimchi. You heard me mention earlier, kimchi in the fried rice, kimchi up there as the garnish. Kimchi, if you will, is, think of it like everybody has their own barbecue sauce, everybody has their own pasta sauce. Well, kimchi comes to us with, there's many versions and many intensities, so the layer could be pungent, could be spicy, it could be radish, it could be any other vegetable. But so don't if you try this kimchi and it's not yours, you don't like it, there's probably 26 more you can try behind it. Okay? Not here, but just in general. Just want to make sure people know, I've heard kimchi is this. You need to experience the one that you like. Next to it you have the grilled pork belly banh mi. The pork belly is marinated in garlic, ginger, grilled, and then you have layers of jalapeno and then pickled vegetables on this beautiful soft baguette. And of course, the piece de resistance, as Gary had mentioned earlier, this is a pretty cool representation of what we can do here at Disney California Adventure. Yes, we put the adventure back in California. No, I didn't coin that. I just like the fact that we took a risk, because when you think about what we did to study what makes this food tradition, is that we found that whole fish was common. But taking it to another level of a crispy whole fish, walked out to your table, you have this vinaigrette that goes on the side, it's citrus and soy, green onion. It's the right balance that you don't lose the flavor of the fish itself. It's served family style. Yes, head on, tail on. There's bones in there. Just gotta be careful. It comes with steamed rice and soup and a vegetable with that, family style. Over here we have the chap chai, and I hope I'm not butchering this pronunciation. I tried my hardest to recognize the importance of proper pronunciation. What's great about this chap chai is it's a sweet potato glass noodle, a collection of vegetables in there, slightly spicy, and oh, by the way, it happens to be vegetarian. The crispy tofu on top, don't let that steer you away from trying it. Tofu cooked properly is pretty amazing. I think crispy on the outside is the way to eat it. And then the last but not least is our pho. This pho is a rich beef broth with these delicate rice noodles inside. We have a tri-tip that we shave, layered on top. It's a garnish with jalapenos, basil, and onion. This broth, it takes about 10 hours to make it. It's a lot of love in this thing. It's one of those dishes that I know that the chefs are really proud about the quality that they put into that. So, and then on the top you have the almond milk black iced tea with this little pudding that's floating in there. At the bottom, it's kind of that, like reminds you of the bobo. And at the end, over at Paradise Garden Grill, is the mango pudding, really rich flavor of just straight mango. You're not going to have to guess what it is with your eyes closed. So, and that, my friends, is the Lunar New Year here at Disney California Adventure. So please enjoy. Look for the past items: the shrimp skewers, the egg tart, and then of course the raspberry jelly with the sweet red bean paste. Okay. Thank you, everybody.